What's going on, guys? It's Sean Salami, and today we're using the Greatsword on the Devastator subclass on Vanguard, and in my opinion, this is the best class to get high kill games in Chivalry 2. The Greatsword is obviously an S tier weapon, and in my opinion, it plays much better on Vanguard. When you're playing the Greatsword on Vanguard, you have more movement speed than you do on Knight, so you can keep away from your opponents more easily, and really use the reach of the Greatsword to greater effect, in my opinion. Sprint attack on Vanguard is really good for one-shotting enemies, and in my opinion, it works best with the Greatsword, where you do that really quick overhead. Sometimes when you use the Battle Axe or Dane Axe, things like that sideward swipe, I always end up hitting my teammates. Now, the big issue with Vanguard is, of course, you do get less health, and for the most part, I don't really notice it too much. The reason being is that blunt weapons and chop weapons, if you didn't know, do bonus damage to footmen and knights, but not vanguards, so in a sense, it kind of cancels out. Now, the issue comes with archers, because we all know archers are virgins and neckbeards. They're social rejects. They don't like being around their teammates or near people, which is a good thing because they smell bad. We don't want them near us. But they are vultures and they take the easy kill, and because vanguards have less health, they'll definitely shoot at you more so than if you're a knight. But let's get into the gameplay. We had a really dominant game on Raid on Aberfell here. I'll be giving my usual tips and narration as we go. But real quick, guys, I did want to let you know that if you are invested in this channel, I've been watching a while, you probably saw I was doing some Soulsborne videos, Elden Ring videos for a little bit. Now, those are on another channel. I haven't stopped doing them. That channel's actually almost monetized now. I'll link that in the description. I had a little bit of, I guess you'd call it a mental health crisis, not trying to sound dramatic or get too into it, but either way, that's why I switched my niche so much, and I'm here to stay now, so we should be all good, but let's get into it. This is a new tip I'm going to start giving because it's something I started doing. It doesn't necessarily work here, but you want to throw the fire pot behind enemies because a lot of times they'll back into it. Take, for example, right here, we're fighting this guy. We only get one kill, but we actually back him into it. It's much better than just if you put it in front of them and they can walk around it, see it coming, or burning your teammates alive like I'm definitely prone to do. So here we're going to use our footwork to try and get around a guy's block. We haven't died yet, and we're going to die in the most comical way possible. A huge blow to my content creator ego, but regardless, we're back at it. So this guy with the battle axe was the other team's most dangerous player in my opinion, and my teammate is a default footman, so no offense to him, all good, but I think he's new, so I was pretty sure he was going to die. The enemy with the battle axe does an amazing target switch and just absolutely fucking destroys our teammate, but I was able to excel through his attack and get the kill. Now we're getting a pretty nice 1v1 here, Greatsword against Greatsword, and I definitely lean on overhead drags way too much with the Greatsword, but it is able to get us the kill there. A nice juicy flank here, perfect for the Greatsword. You'll love to see it. It was a big time mistake to go up here though. We're going to take a death here. Yeah, not really a good decision, but I guess I wanted to help the objective out a little too much. Our team's doing a much better job on this stage. It seemed like stage 1, I was like kind of carrying them a little bit, especially in kills. But now they're starting to get it together. A little bit of a nightmare sequence here where I keep hitting my teammates over and over again with the sprint attack. That is not a good look. I gotta get better with those. This is what you don't want to do as Vanguard, is get into the front lines like this. I don't know why I do this. Sometimes I'm just defaulting to the knight play style. Luckily, with the help of some good teammates, we're able to come out on top there. Great work by them. But again, you want to be flanking more as a Vanguard. I can do a more in-depth guide on this if there's enough interest. But Knight and Vanguard play completely differently. Knight is on the front lines, and Vanguards, you want to be flanking a lot, attacking from the sides, being on the outskirts of engagements, stuff like that. So a really sick fire pot throw there. This guy is making it really obvious that he's trying to attack me from the side instead of just helping his teammate directly. He's able to kill me, so I guess that works. But, I mean, he could have probably saved his teammate if he attacked me head on with him. Here we're going to get absolutely destroyed and deleted from existence by a halberd special by a guy named ITK Arches, a man after my own heart. Great kill by him. I plan on doing a video ranking all of the maps. Aberfell is definitely a good one. This is one of my favorite objectives in the game, though. If you've been watching the channel, you've probably heard me say this before. I love these King of the Hill type stages, like just all fighting for one area and one zone. I think that's when the game's at its best. So since I've come back, my feints have been a little off, but in pubs, this is when you're going to see work a lot. If you want to try this, is slash to alt slash, and that catches almost everyone off guard if you get in a situation like that, and we're able to take the battle axe guy out. Check out this beautiful fire pot throw here. We are just, everything is going our way, quite honestly, right now. This is a match where things just came together beautifully, and it's great to be back. And this is one of those ones that makes me really love this game and remember why I always play it. It's really interesting to see that the player count is so high right now. It's actually at about 90,000, whereas it was falling for a really long time. Despite Torn Banner's best efforts, this game just refuses to die. There's a pretty long walk here, so we're just going to skip ahead a little bit and then end up right on fire from a fire pot. So this is a time where I should not be doing this. I'm in the very front lines in the middle as a Vanguard, and my teammates, I should be accounting for them doing team damage. Sometimes it is your fault when you get downed by a teammate. Just something to think about. If your first reaction is to always blame other people when you mess up, it's probably your own fault most of the time. This game does have a lot of randomness to it. It's a lot of R&D, I guess you'd call that, just because of just how chaotic it can be. But most of the times, you do have a skill issue if you're messing up. Plain and simple.
I think I forgot to expect the worst.
So this is a bit of a blooper where we're just rolling around in the water trying to get out of it, and this guy's going to try and kill us. We're going to kill him, and that kind of gets our confidence back. We get our bearings, and now we're going to get out of here. So now, as you can see, we have some ping issues, and I'm pretty frustrated, so I'm just not paying attention and being reckless and hitting my teammates. Not cool of me, but I'm not sure if I will leave this in future videos, but I have moved, so in my new place that I'm living at, the, internet is not nearly as good, and I don't like hiding things from you guys, but I don't think this is very enjoyable to watch when this happens, and it was happening in other games as well. So I'm just giving you the heads up in future ones. This will probably be cut out if it ever skips ahead. So a tip I have for you here is to do the opposite of what I'm doing and don't hit your teammates like this. Don't do what I'm doing. Just do the complete and total opposite. Don't just swing wildly against one enemy when he's surrounded by your teammates. Not cool of me at all, in all seriousness. Don't do that. And I get a well-deserved death for it. So here it would have been a good idea to crouch, but at least I'm zigzagging a little bit because it's very clear that Archer has a clear line of sight at us, and now he does see us. So we're going to go over there, give him a nice sprint attack, teabag him, of course. We're nice to everyone on this channel if you're new around here, except Archers, but they're subhuman, so we don't really care about trolling them. So once again, everything is kind of just going my way. It's kind of a combination of being in the zone, but also being lucky because I don't know how they didn't see me here. I'm just behind them, getting a lot of swings in with this flank. And I think I'm just frustrated with the ping issues I was having that night because this team damage is absolutely brutal. I never get that warning. And in this video, I've gotten it multiple times in the same game. So apologies for that. I will try not to do that. That is not a good example to be setting for you guys. Alright, so now we're at the last stage as I continue to beat the absolute fuck out of my teammates. Luckily, he has a sense of humor about it. But now we got to take out the heretics. And this stage is strange because I think that Averfell is mostly pretty balanced timer-wise. Like, attackers do definitely have the advantage, but the timer mostly seems fair. And then on the heretic stage where you have to kill the druids, you get like no time at all. I never understand that. But let's see if we can get it done. So we had about 65 kills, 120 takedowns. Great game individually, but the team did a great job as well. A good win. If you guys want to check out the video on the screen now, I love you guys. It's good to be back. See you in the next one.